great evening, everyone. So, you ever notice, like, if you're heading in one direction, you're facing this direction, and all the street lights are on the left side of you, and then when you come back, now they're on the right side of you? That's called a vantage point and orientation. Like, that's doesn't mean like the world spun because you went. It's like, for instance, if you're at the northern part of the earth, or the lower parts of the earth, then doesn't, like, it's perspective. What you're seeing, especially like if you were in a warehouse and you're in one corner, and then you called someone in the opposite corner and you asked them what do the lights look like in the ceiling, they're gonna look different to you. So that makes me think all these people who want to use lights in the sky for their model, they're really just trying to bastardize creation, and they want you to forget about biblical cosmology, medical astrology, medical cosmology is what they should call it. But and it gets me thinking about the fake timelines, because when God flooded the world, and then if you think about the trees that were topped, they cut down the trees so that way the Nephilim couldn't climb up the trees and survive the flood. And then later, Sodom and Gomorrah happened. God melted and fire rained from the sky, and that's when you see all these structures, they dried out, like trees got turned into mountains. Trees got turned into mountains, and then you have like the old structures, they even, like, to me, I think trees are mountains. That's why they were able to carve them way easier earlier. Like Petra, I believe that was a tree that was alive at one point, and they call it one of the seven wonders of the world. I think there's been a few resets, and I just, like, gravity is definitely a myth. Gravity has never been proven. And if you want to measure the stars in the sky, well, just think about the law of the inverse square, the law of it, what is it? The inverse square of laws. The law of inverse squares, excuse me. A little dyslexic today. The law of inverse squares. So, like, every time you double the distance, you're getting a quarter of it, or, you know what I mean? It's exponentially. Something that's 10 times. So if they say that two things are the same size, but one is 10 times farther away, then you'd have to know that it would be 10 times bigger. But everything that we see from Earth's perspective, from our vantage point, the inverse law of the inverse, what is it? Kurva mać. The law of inverse squares. Excuse me. Why do I keep confusing that? So, like, if you had 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, that's how it is. The size and the amount of light that you're perceiving every time you increase the distance. So if you double it, it would be a quarter. And then if you doubled that again, it would be a 16th. And then if you doubled that again, it would be a 64th. But just thinking about that, and then thinking about the false timeline, and then thinking about the globalists, how we all want to end globalism, but we still use globalist math, globalist science, globalist heliocentrism. These people, we don't. You guys do. I don't. The majority, they use all their tools to fight their battle. It's like, let me give you a map that leads nowhere and ask you to go find some secret treasure for me. Like, if you have to use globalist rules, if you don't know your foundation, how, like, if you think you're lost spinning in space, how can you have a solid foundation? If you have to abide by these globalist rules, these made up false timelines, these made up heliocentric solar systems, deleting our history, making up new history, then how will you ever be able to combat them. It's like they're just picking and choosing what you know, how much you know, adding new information, adding new technology, or giving back our technology and then giving back the information that people know. It's like you guys think you need the television or some idol to tell you how to think, what to think, or some new product that's being introduced that's already been here since the beginning, to be able to connect with Source, be able to connect with God, connect with your higher self, your true purpose. None of that's necessary. So, like I said, it's like, why? I don't know. They rig everything, and then you expect to be able to win the game. If all the rules and the whole game is rigged, you will never win. And living on a globe, everything is rigged, and all the rules are rigged. Everything, like, it's in their favor. If you believe in astrophysicists who create theories that have you can't observe it, you can't measure it, you can't prove it, you can't repeat it. Some guy told you about it. Oh, I think, I heard. I have a degree and I think and I heard. Well, then you don't know nothing. The rules are rigged and you'll never have any truth. Alright? I think I heard, or someone told me who told someone else. Because it's a theory that the whole world agrees to that's never been proven. I think and I heard is what you guys, that's your whole belief. You shouldn't believe in I think and I heard unless it's coming from the Holy Spirit and God. But science and math is provable and observable. It has laws. This heliocentric sorcery, this globe model, violates all the laws of physics, all the laws of thermodynamics, all the laws of creation. Like, do you not see the patterns? I pray that we can take the grip off of the globalists and put it back in the hands of the people. Have a wonderful day. Oh yeah, and go vote for Casey Putsch and Kim Georgeton in Ohio. Make sure you're registered to vote by April 6th, and then go vote May 5th, or before May 5th if you can do early voting in person. But you can vote. May 5th is the primary election. And we need to stop these globalists from trying to take over Ohio. A bunch of globalists, a bunch of fraudsters. I think we learned from the Leering Center and Nick Shirley in Minneapolis, Tim Walz and Ilhan Omar, all the fraud and all the stuff that they've been doing. I think Ohio can learn from that. Why should we hire a fraudulent actor and then have to investigate him? Or you could just vote for Casey Putsch and Kim Georgeton for governor and lieutenant governor of Ohio. They both know how to serve the people. Casey Putsch is a teacher, engineer, inventor. He makes watches, race cars, airplanes. He has a school. He's been awarded by 2 presidents, President Trump and President Biden, for his school, for the Genius Garage. And he wants to help Ohio's economy. He wants to keep Ohio. He graduated from Ohio State. Kim Georgeton, she graduated from Cincinnati. She even speaks about it. She's like, "We are public servants for you." She's like one of the only people running for government that I've ever heard speak like her. She's all about transparency and keeping Ohio, because they're what they want. They've already tried to stack the card. Like I said, the rules are rigged, so we have to catch them in advance so we don't have to backtrack. But what she wants, we need to prevent all these data centers from having unlimited resources, being tax-free, coming in. They're hiring other people to build them, and then it destroys the local economy. It ruins the property values. It steals the resources. It makes noise pollution, chemical pollution, water pollution, very inefficient. And they're stealing more energy than entire cities combined. It's just wrong. You have these disgusting people like Vivek Ramaswamy, who have nothing to do with we the people, who his goal, he wants to try to make Ohio the new Silicon Valley. Even better is what he said. That's disgusting. He's another Bill Gates, George Soros protege, and we need to make sure we don't vote him into Ohio's government. Please go vote for Casey Putsch and Kim Georgeton. You can register to vote before April 6th and go vote early in person or May 5th for Kim Georgeton and Casey Putsch. Casey Putsch as governor and Kim Georgeton as lieutenant governor. Have a wonderful day.